So now the question becomes, I have two functions. How do I find out if they're inverses? Well, what this formula says is to determine whether or not two functions are inverses, I need to plug them into one another. So I need to take the g and plug it into f, and then I also need to take the f and plug it into g. When all is said and done, I should get just an x from doing that in both directions. It needs to happen for both. That's why we're putting the word and in between. If either one of those does not work out to just being an x, then they will not be inverses. So this needs to work for both of them. So what that means is if we're looking at the first example, it means I need to take g and plug it into f wherever there's an x. That's the first step, and see what I get. And also to plug f into g wherever there's an x. So let's do the first. Let's do plugging g into f wherever there's an x. So we'd get 4 times, we'd replace the x with g, which would be x minus 3 over 4. F also had a plus 3 after it. Well, let's see what happens. Order of operations says to do your multiplication first. Well, that would actually cancel out your division by 4. Well, that would leave you with x minus 3 and a plus 3. Well, then your minus 3 and plus 3 would cancel out, leaving you with just x. So that direction works. Now I have to do the reverse. I'd have to take my f of x and plug it into g wherever there's an x. So let's do that. So what that would look like would be, I'd replace that x with the f, which would be 4x plus 3, which also had a minus 3 after it, and then all over 4. What would happen first on this one is that plus 3 and minus 3 would cancel out, leaving you with just 4x over 4. Then we notice, oh, look, the two 4's cancel, leaving you with just an x. Now notice, both of these in both directions leave us with just an x. So yes, they're inverses because it works in both directions.